Welcome to today's lessons. Today we are going to continue with our lesson on pronouns. As we started already, pronouns, we have already discussed personal pronouns. We went on to relative pronouns. Today we are going to continue with reflexive pronouns. And our ultimate goal is we are looking at how to use the pronouns in sentences. What it means is that these types of pronouns we are discussing, we have already learned them in the lower classes. So let us continue. So these are examples of reflexive pronouns. So you see myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. So it is clear here that ourselves, yourselves, and themselves are the plural forms. So you use them to replace or reflect plural subjects. And then myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself are for what? Singular. So we take note of that as we are here. Now let's look at what we use these reflexive pronouns for. You already learned them in your lower classes. They reflect the subject item in a sentence. What it means is that if you have a subject in a sentence and the subject is performing an action in the sentence again, that is when we use a reflexive pronoun. So you see that I've written that they are used when the subject does something to or against itself. So you see that the subject will be performing the same thing. So it's more or less like a reflection. The subject will be seeing itself again. Let's understand it better in the examples. If you look at this first example, the boy hurt himself. So you see that here, the boy is the subject. The boy is going to be treated as the object. So to prevent repetition, then we use a reflexive because it's the same word that we're going to talk about in the object. So the boy hurt himself. So it shows that the hurting was done by the subject. Look at the second example. The little girl prepared the food herself. So the little girl is the subject, and the action was performed by this same little girl. So in the object side, herself comes in. And don't forget, we're using herself because of the gender girl. Use himself here because of the gender one. But you already know these things in the lower class, so I don't want to touch on them. We are just looking at how to use them to talk and make right sentence. Let's look at the next example. My brother likes to practice his English by talking to. There's a dash here. So this, let's see how you can get the answer. Look at the subject here, it's my boy. What is the gender? Male. So you know the male one to go for. And then you see that the two reflects back to the boy. So you go for what? Himself. So my brother likes to practice his English by talking to himself. The last example here is Amma and I looked at dash in the mirror. The subject, we have two here, so Amma and I. So the two of them means plural. So which one are you going for? Ourselves, because of the I. So Amma and I look at ourselves in the mirror. So to get these things right, you have to always consider the subject and know the appropriate reflexive pronoun to use. So I'm going to give you an activity on this. Do it nicely and send it to me on WhatsApp. Alright, bye bye.